Okay, in this video, we're going to be talking about the direct comparison to Scratch programming number 2. So the first part of the video, we had this program where the program would ask you what is your name, then it would ask you how much money you have in your pocket. Then the program would say, oh, hi Bob, you owe me $20. So how do we do this? So I'll start with blank sheet here. I'll ask for the name. I say input, what is your name? And I'll also ask for how much money you have in your pocket. So money in pocket. I like to start every word with capital letter. It makes it much easier to read, except for the first word. Then we have this purple line, so which is a print. And we're joining the sentence, oh, you owe me, and then this dollars in wallet. So all I have to do is say, oh, you actually owe me. Then I put a space bar there and how much, and then I have to put the number in there, and the number is symbolized by this, but because that's a variable, it has to be outside of this quotation mark. So I'm joining the money in pocket. So this is the join. I'm joining the money in pocket with this sentence. If I run it now, Bob, 20. Oh, you actually owe me 20. Okay, maybe we want a dollar sign there. So I'll add another join and I'll say dollar sign. So you actually owe me $20. Then I also changed the program to ask two questions. I said money in pocket, and also I said money in the wallet. So I can just copy paste the second line and change the variable name and change the sentence here. And the way I changed this code was that I found the total. And I said the total is how much you owe me. Or I said you owe me half the total. Which means that I have to create a new variable called total. And the value of this total variable will be the money in pocket plus the money in wallet. And then I said that you don't owe me the money in pocket. I said you owe me the total divided by 2. Okay. But if I try to run this now, we'll get a few errors. So let's see. What is your name? Bob. I have 20 in my pocket, 10 in my wallet, which means it should be 30 is the total, and half of 30 is 15. So I should get 15 back, but I get an error. So I will talk about the error because there's actually two errors that are happening here. The first thing I'm going to do to kind of see what's going wrong here is I'm actually going to get rid of this last line. Instead of printing that, I'm just going to print total. Okay, this is in an effort to kind of understand, okay, I got an error somewhere along the lines. Obviously, I didn't get the error here. Obviously, I didn't get it here because I've been using input this whole time. Nothing went wrong. Same thing here. It's an input. Nothing goes wrong. So then I'm like, okay, well, this is new. Let me see what's happening, right? And obviously, from real life, I know that math, I know how to add 20 and 10, but maybe the computer is struggling. So I'm going to run it now. So I'm going to say, Bob, 20 and 10. Okay. Now, for some reason, the computer, right, I expect 30, but the computer is giving me 20 and 10. So the question is, why is this? Well, the computer isn't actually adding 20 plus 10. The computer is joining the sentence 20 and 10. So it's just putting them side by side. Just like Bob Banana, it just joined those two sentences. And this is because the computer doesn't know if you're talking about the number 10 or the letter 10. Or the sentence 10, which I know is a weird thing to think about, but that's how the computer sees numbers. It can see them as both. So how do I tell the computer that actually the answer to this question is going to be a number and not a sentence? I have to add this word in front called float. So I say float, bracket, and then I close the bracket on the very end. So this whole thing lives inside of that float. Same thing for the other one. I'll say float, I'll open the bracket, and I'll close the bracket. So now the computer is like, okay, whatever money in pocket is now a number, it is not a sentence. Money in wallet is also a number, not a sentence. So then when it tries to do this symbol, the plus symbol, to a number and a number, then it knows that, okay, the plus symbol with a number and a number is actually addition, it is not joining. So it will actually add them. So now, if I run this now, what is your name? Bob, 20 and 10. Okay, I get 30, which is good. So then you might be thinking to yourself, okay, problem solved, but well, let's see. So this is what we should get now, right? We can bring back our print statement. You actually owe me. This should say 30, and then this is $. Will it work? What is your name? Bob, 20, 10. We get another error. So why is this happening? Well, it's actually happening for the same reason that it happened up here, but the opposite. So money in pocket is now a number because of the float. Money in wallet is now a number because of the float, which means number plus another number, which is addition. That means that the computer is seeing this also as a number, not as a sentence. So the computer is seeing this as a number, not as a sentence. So what we are asking the computer to do now is to say, use the plus symbol with a sentence and a number. And so the computer is lost. It's saying, I know how to add sentences with sentences. This is a sentence with a sentence, A plus B in quotation marks. The computer also knows how to add 3 and 2, which is a number and a number. Right? So that is this part. But the computer does not know how to add a sentence with a number. So this is the issue. That's what's happening here. If I get rid of this, okay, that's what's happening here. This is my A and this is my number. So what can I do? How do I fix this? Well, I can either convert this sentence, so A, into a number, so then I have a number plus a number and I'll be good. Or I can convert this last thing to a sentence, so I have a sentence plus a sentence. So we already know that a computer can see a number as a sentence, so that's possible to convert this into a sentence. Can this, or does it even make sense to ask, like, how would I say this as a number? No, that doesn't make sense. So I can only convert this into a sentence. And the way you do that is by saying str. So put the total inside of that str. str stands for string, which is a sentence. Now if we run it, what is your name? Bob, 20 and 10. There it is. Which means now if I want the half of this, I can just say total divided by 2 and then take the sentence. Boom. And just like before, I can add different things, or I can join different things everywhere. So this got super complicated, super fast, but I guess the key takeaway is, are we dealing with numbers or sentences? And we need to guide the computer to convert one form into another form. An input will always think it's a sentence, so we have to correct it. And then when we're joining a sentence with a number, we have to convert the number into a sentence. Okay, that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll talk about Scratch programming number 3, except how to do it in Python.